How you doing, Cisco? Good to see
How you
you.
been? Happy 2021.
Yes,
It's
exactly. Happy 2021.
it's been a minute, and we have a great show tonight. We have the Johnsons on, which is Gerald and Jaguar Wright.
That's right. That's
I'm
right.
I'm super duper excited because they just speak their minds like
Yeah.
myself. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
there's nothing holding us back, man, because we're here. So just express yourself. But
Yes.
so you got a few questions, and I got a few questions,
That's
and
right.
you can go first, and let's introduce the Johnsons right here on DJC
Yay.
Radio
What's the
Global.
fried chicken that you used to have? It sounded like fried chicken.
It's right here.
The hand claps.
Oh wow.
It sounds like it's low frying.
Yeah, it is some low fries, and I have them. And can you guys see us or hear us? All right, they're gonna have to reboot maybe.
Okay. Well, then I can put on some lipstick. I'll be right back. I just got gloss on.
Johnsons, go back out and come in and see if that works. We're gonna have to do some editing, obviously. This is just a crazy night. We got the Johnsons, Joe and Jaguar Wright. We got Jori Jordon, and we're waiting for the
Jori
Johnsons to
Jordan.
come back in. This is
Right
DJC
here.
Radio Global.
He's right
We are
here.
on. We are on DJC Radio Global Live and the actual radio station. I know you guys heard some behind the scenes stuff. It must have been crazy, but we were just chopping it up.
Yeah.
Jory, so what are things like on the West Coast?
Um, I think everything in the world is kind of it is what it is right now, but things are going pretty good over here. I'm under some new management. I have my management here. Um,
Nice.
the focus is a lot, of course, different because of what we're entailing right now in the world.
Yeah.
So things are good though. Otherwise, I've gone back and forth to LA, got a new smile. Shout out
Nice.
to
Super duper white.
Doctor. Shout out to my doctor, Jason Maribel, who did me great. He
Nice. That's
actually
what's
does
up.
he does body counts teeth. Well, he did them. Suge Knight, Mace from Puff Daddy. He's done a lot of people teeth. So me too. So I
All right,
mean that
cool.
2020 wasn't so bad for me. I put it to you that way.
That's what's up. So
That's
just keep on talking and we're going to reboot and
okay, so we're rebooting on Cisco's end. I'm gonna keep on talking. So
nope.
today we are doing a positive interview with the Johnsons. This is Gerald Johnson's. I said Gerald Jones. That's my pastor at West Angeles Church.
You
But
are
anyway,
funny.
Gerald Johnson is doing his first interview, ironically, with Jori Jordan and DJ Cisco
For
and
real.
Savoy. And Savoy.
And
So Savoy,
Savoy.
look, Savoy made it happen. We made it happen. Teamwork make the dream work.
That's
So
the truth. That's
I'm
the truth.
I'm always saying that to him. So here we are. We got an exclusive, and with the wonderful Gerald and the wonderful Jaguar Wright. What happened?
Yeah.
So are we rebooting them back into the
Yeah,
conversation?
they were trying to get back in. They said y'all froze and something happened.
Did we
Uh
freeze them?
and we are crystal clear here. Unbelievable. Anyway, um guys, just sit tight. Share this for us until they join us back.
Mm-hmm.
This is
If you
crazy.
guys,
I hate live, bro. I hate doing live videos sometimes. It just drives me insane. Everything's been going good for the past couple of days. And now, one of the biggest interviews, this one happened. So try to get back in, Johnson's.
is this your new platform?
This is a platform, yeah, that is fairly new that we're
Uh-huh.
working with.
Excuse me.
And They said everything was good tonight, but right here,
I hear your music playing in the background. Everything's going
yeah,
good.
it's all good here. So let's see. I see somebody coming in, and let's welcome them now. The Johnsons to the
Hey,
show.
there
There
you
you
are.
go. Welcome back. Yay.
In my Jay-Z voice, guess who's Bizak?
All right. So, guys, can you hear us loud and clear?
Yes.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right. So we have the Johnsons on the show. This is Gerald and Jaguar Wright. And we have Jori, Jordon, Savoy. And this is the property of DJC Radio Global and the Jordon Show. Jori, get started.
Okay, so Jag, I just want to ask you, can you tell me about your musical career and what it was like working with Jay-Z? Because like to me, he's the oracle of like, in Neo, he's the oracle to me of music, especially as a businessman. So how was it? And can you tell me just about your music career and how it was working with him? Those are
Let's
my two
just start
questions.
with the Jay-Z question because it's the one that I've grown to hate.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Jay-Z is just a man. That's it.
Okay.
He's an excellent businessman, but he is just a man, like any other man. And
Okay.
as far as working with him, I mean, it was nice. Working with Cat Williams was better. I've already said that. I've always
Yeah.
said that.
Yeah.
I think that Sean is very intelligent. I enjoyed my time working with him, but that's all it was. It was time. And it was time that was so long ago. And honestly, I'm not even interested in talking about work with him if we're not going to talk about the 20th anniversary of Jay-Z Unplugged, which is the greatest rap show of all time.
Let's talk about that.
The number one and best MTV Unplugged of all time. We have got more ratings than Nirvana. We got more ratings than Maxwell. We killed Lauryn Hill's numbers. Jay-Z Unplugged has done everything. And yet, you go online, and if you try to pull up videos and look at videos, they have me muted. They have scenes muted. And then you have to go and purchase it. He's been getting bread off of this thing the whole time, and it ain't just MTV money. Off of my voice. Now, that's fine. We all did the show for free. It was MTV Music Unplugged. I mean, wow. MTV Unplugged, Music Video Unplugged, whatever. We all did it for free. Whatever money was earned off of that initially went to him and Leor Cohen. Now, being a part of that ensemble cast, of course, we all made a ton of money because we were the people from Jay-Z Unplugged. But the truth is, if I hadn't been on that show, it wouldn't have been the same. Period. If they could have done it so well without me, why does nobody really remember Mary J. Blige's applause? Why did they have to take applause from my performance and edit them onto her performance because no one clapped in MTV studios? Like, it's just, at this point in time, it's a joke talking about it. It was one of the greatest shows of all time. If we're not going to do a reunion, if we're not going to bring it back for the new generation who's grown up listening to it and sees it for the historical entity that it is, then we should just stop talking about it, and they should just stop making money off of it unless they want to run me a check.
Got you.
So Jay-Z Unplugged, that was great. I now hear that there are rumors circling on the internet saying that Mr. Carter said that if I say anything about him, he's going to slap the taste out of my mouth. Wow. That's cute. A man who's constantly being accused of being a woman beater, threatening to hit a woman. So, yeah, whatever. Working with Cat Williams was better.
Honestly, Jaguar, I don't know him like that. I've met him.
It was the best and worst day of my life.
But I doubt that. I think people might be trying to stir up pots because of such a good repertoire you have in that time in life that, with him. So you got to be careful of people just trying to start
Or
stuff that
maybe, or
I'm
maybe
sure
he
wasn't
just
true.
paid a publicist to put it out there so I would get the message. I mean, it could go either way.
I hear that.
Hmm.
I
It
mean,
could go.
anything's
I'm sick
possible.
and tired of everybody being afraid of humans.
Mm.
He is a human. He's not a god. He's nobody's god. Because if he was, he'd be able to do something about his wife. So, be a man, be a great man, be a good man, but be worried about the culture. Be worried about the history. Be worried about the legacy, and be worried about making sure that the record is accurate.
Yeah.
For them to divisively say that Mary J. Blige, I did an okay job, but Mary J. Blige did the show, and then you go on YouTube and you watch a video of him praising me and being all mystified at me, and then when they say Mary, oh yeah, well, Mary the queen. The queen of what? The queen of who? Who made her the queen of anything other than Puff? She was the queen before she sold 100,000 records. The queen of hip hop, soul, or whatever the case may be. Truth is, it was disrespectful to Aretha Franklin, who was the queen of soul.
Mm. Great point.
Who earned her title as the queen of soul. When Aretha Franklin came in, she was just a little gospel girl that sang her heart out and wrote amazing songs. And throughout the years, she earned the title of queen. Mary J. Blige came in the door just a queen. Queen of a genre that never existed, with a name and a title that was given to her by a man who was mentored by the very man who started the whole queen of this and queen of that. The biggest queen himself, Clive Davis. Like, I'm just tired. I'm tired. Let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up already. Let's wrap this business up. Let's keep it a bean. They're all a bunch of murderers, liars, thieves, child molesters, pedophiles, sex traffickers. Let's just keep it a bean. Yeah, I ain't got no praise for none of that. Which is why I stopped making music in the system, because I am no longer going to sit there and pump and fuel money into an entity that has no integrity, that doesn't stand for anything that I believe in. The simple fact that I'm sitting here looking at that man sitting next to you and we're having this conversation makes me sick. The simple fact that Jazmine Sullivan sang her heart out at the Super Bowl, but nobody's talked about it. And all they talk about is Whitney Houston, Whitney Houston, Whitney Houston, Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston's dead, been dead. She did that performance a long time ago. Jazmine Sullivan is alive. Why are you stealing that shine from her by bringing up Whitney? Oh yeah, that's because they're releasing a new anthology. They're releasing a new this, and they're just gonna make more money off of it.
Wow.
How about that? How about America stood by and let these niggas steal Jazmine Sullivan's Jay-Z Unplugged moment, and they won't even mention it on ESPN. It's bad enough they tried to marginalize her by putting her there with a white boy to slow her down so she couldn't sing too good or have that much time to sing too good. But then to turn around the next day and all you hear is, oh, nobody did it like Whitney Houston. Really? Was y'all worried about Whitney Houston when she got back on drugs? Were you worried about Whitney Houston when she was dead in a tub and y'all was partying out there talking about Whitney would have wanted the party to go on while you're rolling a dead body past it? Don't act like you care about that woman now.
Wow.
Don't act like you care about her now. Don't act like you care about her daughter now. Don't do it. But to use that to make money and then try to upstage Jazmine Sullivan for a moment that she earned. I'm going to tell you what really pissed me off about it. One of the executives, when she was signed to, I think it was Jive originally, and Missy was working on her album and all of that. There was a senior vice president that heard her project. Her project was phenomenal. It was amazing. And do you know what he said to the man who was slightly A&Ring the project, Richard Nichols? Music sounds great, but have you seen her? Who wants to screw that?
Wow.
I'll pass. She was the 17, 18-year-old girl who was singing her face off and killing it. They put her through all kinds of hell. They made her jump through all kinds of hoops. But for her to get to this moment, no different than Lettucey getting to the Grammys, playing Mahalia Jackson in that Oscar award-winning movie, and then having her removed at the last minute so Beyonce could sing a song that she did poorly for a movie she had no part of. And we all just stand by and watch this, and we want to say we in this game. What game are we in? What game are we in? Are we in the let's overstep a nigga because this person is getting more money right now? Or are we going to say, let's give these people their flowers while they're alive?
Yes.
Anybody who wants to sit there and continue to have conversations about Whitney Houston singing the national anthem 80 years ago, half of the people that was watching the Super Bowl wasn't even alive when that was born.
Yeah.
And guess what? They were around to watch Jazmine Sullivan. They do know who she is. Hotel's killing it, and they're mad. They let her have it, and then they upstage her. I'm done.
Can I ask you a question, Miss Wright?
Yeah.
When you first started, when did you realize all of this bullshit in the game? What moment?
I knew it before I came in.
Oh, you knew it before you came in. Okay.
That's why they hate me.
Okay. Got you.
They can never fool. You got to understand. When I started going to Hollywood house parties in Sunset Hill, I was a girl that showed up with my own bottle, showed up with my own smoke, and never shared anything with anyone. Matter of fact, I stopped getting invited to Hollywood house parties because they called me a narc. No, because I used to sit there and watch them get high out of their mind on cocaine, passing a half a pound of cocaine around on silver trays and big old punch bowls full of skittled pharmaceuticals. And I would sit there and I would watch these girls. I would watch these men. I would watch them get high. Oh, Jag, you're not partying? I am. Safely and having fun watching you. You know there's a camera right there. There goes your future, nigga. They used to get mad at me.
Oh my God.
Yo, Jack, me and you in the same boat on that one. You ain't gonna spike my trade. You ain't gonna give me no roofie. This ain't the hangover tonight, baby.
I'm not kissing you either if I don't know you. Because they'll sit there and they'll wipe stuff on their lips and kiss you and then get you all ask Mary J. Blige. She know all about it. It happened to her a lot.
Got you. So do you have any current music? Are you still doing your career like musically or?
Oh, of course I am. Of course I am. But right now we're building and creating outlets that I know are not going to fuel this evil system that is doing nothing but creating survivors, victims, addicts, and broken people.
Yeah. Got you. Now, you've been very vocal about the industry in like the last couple of years or last year. Have you had any type of death threats or people threatening you? You know,
I get it all. I get them all the time.
Like credible stuff or?
Yeah.
Okay. So
let them come.
Yeah. So like there is a secret society that everybody talks about. Is there really a secret society in this music industry?
Like I've always said, people love throwing the word Illuminati around.
Okay.
I always say, unless you can go to the headquarters or unless somebody handed you a business card or unless they got a letterhead or you can report them to the Better Business Bureau, the name really doesn't matter.
Got you.
What does matter is there is a consistent group of people that continue to keep leveling up with impunity and no oversight. See, that's called a conspiracy. More importantly, it's called a monopoly. If you look at the top 10 so-called great performers right now, 2/3 of them are all attached to one person, Clive Davis.
Got you.
I'm sorry about your cousin.
Thank you.
Yeah.
He wasn't a drug addict.
And to let the world know, we're speaking about who?
Nick Gordon.
My cousin Nick Gordon.
And
he wasn't a drug addict.
So Nick Gordon was
Whitney Houston's godson and Bobby Christina's everything at one point.
Thank you for breaking it down for us. Thank you for breaking it down. So you're saying, so you guys think that he was, like murdered and he didn't die from an overdose on his own?
What I will say is this. They blamed it all on him.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden he disappeared.
Yes.
And developed a drug addiction that he never had.
All right, Jori.
Just like Janis Joplin.
Okay.
Just like Janis Joplin, who was also managed by Clive Davis.
I did not know
until
that.
she died.
So is this a coincidence? Why is everybody around Clive Davis being addicted to drugs? Is like what's going on here?
That's drugs and rock and roll, baby.
All right, Jori, you got
air, water. It's a lot. The truth shall set us free, right?
Yes.
I mean, it's gonna set somebody free. I'm hoping that it'll finally set free the artists that deserve a real career.
Got you.
I'm hoping that it'll set free. When women come into this business, the first thing they tell you, the older women tell you, don't have a drink with him. You better watch out for him. If you're lucky, they'll tell you. Why is that so? When you get your corporate job, do you have someone pull you aside from H&R and say, look, this one, no business meetings, no this, no. No, you don't have that going on in a normal corporate structure. So why is sexual abuse, drug addiction, and just all of this craziness, why has it become like embedded in the culture of artistry?
Yeah.
Why?
To distract and let them take advantage of.
Yeah, and also to influence and to program. Look, number one, all of this obsession with money in America is sickening to me. Like, most of my closest friends are European. I can tell you right now, it is taboo almost everywhere in the world to brag and talk about your money, but in America, it's a badge of honor.
Yeah.
Now, what I'm really gonna find interesting is when this system collapses and all of these people with money who don't know how to fish, don't know how to work, don't know how to thrive, don't know how to fix their own car, don't know how to fix the plane that they pay for, have to rely on all the people around them to make sure they're okay. See, everything that money did to enslave people around you, it has the power to enslave you as well.
So, Jaguar,
idol worship is a sickness in America. It is a sickness.
Got you. Miss Wright, this is a indie artist support network radio station. Is it safe to say to the indie artists that are tuned in to stay away from becoming a major artist? Is it safe?
Oh, no, I'm not saying that at all.
Okay.
I'm saying you don't need the game to do it.
You don't need the game to do it. Okay. And
Chance the Rapper was the beginning of that era. See, that's why they worked him so hard. But see, his social media platform and his social media game and his internet go hard was just so tough. They had no choice but to let him flood through. But you remember, even after he had his big explosion, they tried to stop him there for a second. What happened to Big Sean?
Yeah.
Every time,
Chicago people, gang, Chicago.
I'm just saying. Listen to me. Chicago MCs have caught a rough break. They caught a raw deal. And do you know who wasn't there for them? Do you know who wasn't there for them? Their darling veteran, culture vulture #1, Common.
which leads me to my next question.
Yes.
So, I
And
was gonna say this for the end because I didn't know if you would feel some kind of way about the question,
I
but
mean, does Common really go that hard for Chicago hip hop?
that's my
Does he
question.
really
I
go
have.
that hard?
I have my own opinion about him, but that's not for the interview. My question to you is like, wow, I heard what you alleged about a situation
No, I didn't
that
allege. I said what happened. I ain't
I know
alleging
Jori.
anything. You
I
can say
can't
allegedly.
say you said it out of your mouth for sure, but I want to
That's
know
all
if
right.
it's
I'm about to take a polygraph. I'm going to do it live on the internet so everybody can watch me
okay.
take a
oh
polygraph
wow. Now
about my
that's
situation with Common and anything else. And guess what? We'll let the results of my polygraph. We'll let
okay.
that movie.
So,
But Jack,
for the people that don't know, the allegation is he put his genitals in your face while
Yes, he tried to
you were
while
sleeping.
I was asleep.
Okay, and this was in a hotel room after a show.
No, this
You were
was
on
at his
tour?
apartment.
Oh, at his apartment.
hmm
we're
After we
on the
left Black
south
Men
side
in New York.
on 63rd or 83rd in Cottage.
Honey, listen to me. We're talking 1999.
You don't remember.
No, I do
Where it
remember.
was.
No, I do remember. See,
Oh,
he was living in Brooklyn at first, and then he moved to Manhattan. He only lived about 10 blocks away from Electric Lady. The only
oh,
reason that
I
I
didn't know.
went back to the apartment that night was because the last train to Philly was about to leave. We weren't leaving the club until after 3 o'clock, and the next train back to Philly didn't leave until 6 in the morning.
Um,
So we were supposed to go back to the apartment, listen to tracks for the album
Okay.
because I was supposed to be on Like Water for Chocolate,
Oh wow.
and he replaced me with MC Light.
So you guys weren't
But he
dating at
didn't
the
write
time.
it though. He wrote it because it was the same rap that I did when I was in the studio. He wouldn't dare let me write my own lyrics.
Hmm.
But anyway, still owes me $1,500 for that performance too. I never got paid. What did Wendy Goldstein say? Well, Jag, we had to close the budget because we gave, Dilla all of that money for all of those beats. Anyway, Wendy Goldstein, who was our A&R at MCA, who ended up becoming his girlfriend
his
after
woman.
Erykah Badu got
That was
pregnant
his
by the DOC.
girlfriend. That was his girlfriend for a minute. I thought I saw
Yeah,
that.
you remember? Yeah, you remember? She's the one that got him into LA. She's the one that got him into Hollywood. Culture vulture. Rode that jet all the way to Hollywood.
Hmm.
And guess what? She was known to be a beard because her ex-husband was a gay man who came out of the closet and when they all moved to LA together.
Rabbi, pray for us today on this Shabbat Shalom.
Oh.
It's funny. I don't know straight
I'm
black
asking the
men that are
rabbi to pray for us.
I'm just saying. I don't know straight black men who date Jewish American princess beards.
Mm. But he's had several relationships after that. So
Yeah, he did with Kerry Washington. How did that turn out? Serena Williams. How did that turn out? Tiffany Haddish. How did that turn out?
Gerald.
Matter of fact, he's constantly having relationships with Hollywood starlets that have a certain edge in the whole pop world, and then out of nowhere they break up.
Mm. So he's with Tiffany Haddish now.
No, he's not. What?
Oh no, that's not true.
No, she dumped him on Instagram, and then they unfollowed each other.
Are you serious?
She just did a silhouette. These new challenges, they just did a silhouette challenge together.
I'm sure they did a silhouette challenge together, and she should be more concerned with having sex with Chingy when he was passed out and drunk. She should be concerned with that.
I interviewed Chingy.
Wait, hold on. Wait. Chingy was passed out drunk, and Tiffany had sex with him?
Tiffany, listen to me. Tiffany talked about having sex with Chingy in an interview.
Okay.
And they asked her, have you been with any famous rapper? Oh, well, I've been with Chingy. And then when he was asked by the same interviewer, he said, I don't remember that happening. I don't. She actually had to check him about
it. His brother did it. It wasn't him. In his shaggy voice, it wasn't him. He said his brother did it.
I mean, I'm sure Chingy doesn't want to. He's had enough scandal, and he doesn't want to look like a victim.
Oh my God, a rape victim? This is insane. For
At
those
the
of
end
you
of the
that
day, birds of a feather flock together.
That's
for-
not funny. I'm not
no, it's
laughing
not
at that.
exactly.
I'm laughing at that. It's like dudes are, there's the B2K thing that's going on,
Yeah,
but it does happen. Men, and I've overcome some sexual abuse. That's why I was, kind of moved by some of the things that you have spoken on, because I don't like people shaming anybody for being through some stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, it sounds to
That's
me
all
like
this
he was
industry
raped.
does.
It sounds to me like he was raped, or I don't know, like maybe drugged or
Taking
maybe
advantage of, yeah.
drunk, smoked too much weed. I don't know what happened to him that night, but it does sound weird. The whole story and
If even if he's a male, if he did not consent, it's rape. All right.
it's rape.
Period.
People
I
try
know,
to
I know.
differentiate male and female, but males can be raped also. Now,
Yeah, I believe it. I agree with it.
Has anybody ever watched Common on Instagram Live when he does his nigga find the fitness?
I have never seen that. Tell us about
He
that.
does a what?
He gets on his Instagram Live with this apparently gay man with dreads, and they sit there and do girl push-ups and Jane Fonda moves. Well, they haven't done it since the last time I went on there and I asked him exactly how much he likes it in his.
Oh, whoa. All right. No, I have not seen that. And he
I tell you what I do know. I find his entanglement with John Legend suspect at best.
With
And
who?
I just wish all these
John
dudes
Legend?
would come out the closet.
really, yeah. So you mean entanglement? So it's John Legend, Common, and John Legend's wife, or someone else?
I mean, I don't think they want her. I don't think either of them want her.
Oh, okay.
Have you looked at Chrissy Teigen? I'm not saying anything bad about her, but she does look like she could have been a character in The Hangover Part 3.
All right, guys. You're tuning into DJC Radio Global. The views expressed here are not those of DJC Radio Global, but we are interviewing people and we are just speaking about different things in the industry. And we have the one, the only, the Johnsons here. We have Joe and Miss Jaguar Wright. Jaguar, can we talk about your music career for like a second?
Sure.
All right, beautiful. I love your voice, love your sound, love everything about you. Who was Jaguar Wright before she became famous? Like, where were you born and raised, and who were some of your influences? Let's get to that, if you like.
What I will say is I was born to be exactly what I am.
Gotcha.
I sang very early on in life. It was just a part of me. It was never even something that I wanted to do. I hate fame.
Okay.
I hate the idea of being probed. I hate the idea of being followed and watched. But in order for me to do what I want to do and for my work to be successful, I have to be willing to give up a little bit of myself.
Gotcha.
I grew up interning in Philly International and almost every other studio you can think of.
Oh,
I've
wow.
ghostwritten for at least 2/3 of the people that you know. I have been a part of, I don't know how many Grammy Award winning and multi-platinum projects, and yet nobody ever wants to give me credit for anything. I guess because they were busy trying to find a way to create me, or to copy me.
Recreate.
Other artists.
I
Yeah,
like
with
that.
other artists. I mean, for crying out loud, come on. Let's just look at Fantasia. Let's look at Jennifer Hudson. Period. But imitation is the greatest form of flattery.
Yeah.
It's just funny that they found women that didn't have strong moral values.
Yes. Yeah.
And that didn't have a real leg to stand on. Jennifer Hudson was selected because Matthew Knowles said no to me. I was supposed to do Effie in Dreamgirls. I did the audition. Bill Condon wanted me. Matthew Knowles called during my interview and said, "You cannot hire her. She will not embarrass my daughter the way she embarrassed Mary J. Blige on Jay-Z Unplugged." So the next person that came closer, I mean, Lettucey got 5 screen tests before she found out they were giving the job to Jennifer. And the only reason they gave it to Jennifer was because she got discarded off of American Idol, and they thought there was no way in the world she was going to be able to upstage Beyonce. Unfortunately, they treated the girl so bad, they gave her all the character work that she needed to actually embody Effie.
She did a great job too.
Won. Unfortunately, after that, her career has been not very interesting.
Yes, you are absolutely right. I was wondering that. I was like, how
she's
is
a one trick? Listen to me. If you marrying and having babies with dude off of I Love New York, like how you win an Oscar and you hooking up with reality show dudes looking for love from chicks who screw Flavor Flav?
Oh my gosh.
I'm supposed to keep a straight face. Stop.
Also, now I always wondered about that. Jennifer Hudson has one of the best voices.
The guys from Chicago too. That dude's from Chicago. That was
what happened to her?
It was a real nice setup. Their publicist did a good job making that match. I guess it didn't work in real life. Let's not even talk about Fantasia. All of that money that they put into her to make sure that she could never be anything without 19.
Support, yeah.
Without what?
Without 19. I mean, she was a 19 artist.
Oh,
19 is the management company that supplies and handles all of the talent for American Idol. If you do American Idol, you have to sign to 19. If you win American Idol, you are beholden to 19.
Okay.
Pretty much owned by 19. You never get a chance to build your own career organically. You never get a chance to make contacts. You never get a chance to do anything. You're property of 19. So what happens when 19 stops messing with you? Well, look at Fantasia. That's what happens when 19 leaves you alone. And I'm sure not being able to read didn't help.
Yeah, I did hear that. Yeah, that was one of her issues.
That's what they do. They choose people that are weak. If there's one thing that they don't want a chick like me. I'm an anarchist at heart.
Yeah, I think you're too strong for the industry. That's why they
That's why I came to kill it.
That's why I put up roadblocks for you. Definitely.
That's why I came to kill it.
I got you. So now, do you have any new albums coming out as an indie artist now?
I have 450 songs I've never released. Wow. I'm just starting to now release songs independently. Basically, I put out a post and I tell people, if you want my music, cash at me X amount of dollars. And once, we look through it and we get it, we'll email you the link directly. And guess what? You can get my music right from me.
That's my point. I have a record label and I encourage my artists to do a direct download. Put your songs on your website, have it connected to your PayPal or bank account, and have them download and pay you because you have fans. So make that money. You know what I mean?
Guess what? And guess what else? You get to keep your masters.
Yes.
If you do it that way.
Got you.
Then all you have to do is worry about getting a song licensed in a commercial or in a movie. And now you got the best of both worlds. And they don't own your intellectual property. You ain't got to sit around like Kanye saying, why can't I get my masters?
Yeah.
You ain't got to sit around like
Michael Jackson.
You ain't got to sit around like Mace. Or you ain't got to worry about being somebody else's get out of jail plan like Nicki Minaj's catalog.
Got you. Now, you had mentioned earlier that you were tired of being followed. Who was following you? Like, what do you mean followed?
Oh, we get followed all the time.
By what type of vehicles or what cars? Like Biggie
sometimes
trucks. Okay. Sometimes trucks?
Sometimes sedans.
These people have these people have like a certain look. Do they look like G-men from the government or men in black?
What I will say is this. If they ever get the heart to approach us directly,
Yeah.
We'll see what it looks like then.
Got you. Well, yeah, because Puffy and Biggie always talked about being followed, and that video hypnotized the black
I mean, yeah,
helicopters.
but Puffy was the one that was paying to have everybody followed. So
Hmm.
I didn't say allegedly. Puffy was the one paying everybody to have everybody on the label followed.
Hmm. Do you know why he was doing that? Like, why was he following his own people?
Yeah, because he's a narcissist and he's afraid of who's going to break team and who might talk. And he makes sure that somebody's watching those people at all times. So just in case they think about defecting, there's somebody there to intervene.
Okay. I got you. Rest in peace to Kim Porter. Yeah, she was
rest in peace to Kim Porter.
She was a very nice young lady.
She was a mother.
Yeah.
And had beautiful children. And once upon a time, she was loved by a man who actually loved her. Really loved her. Didn't want to just possess her, but love her. And even through their years of separation, he loved her still. And he definitely loves their child. I think it's egregious the way people in the industry sat by and watched how Puffy totally infiltrated the relationship between father and son, between I'll Be Sure and Quincy. And no one said anything because he was paying the bills. Al is an amazing father. He is a wonderful grandfather. He loves his children to death and back to life again. The simple fact that anybody could believe that he just abandoned Quincy and became a deadbeat dad and Puffy came in and saved the day.
Oh.
The simple fact that anybody believed that, they should have been ashamed of themselves.
So I'll be sure, like, you think he was scared off or something, or was threatened, or that's why he didn't show
I'm
back?
going to put it to you this way. That man has suffered more than he had to for being brilliant, for being beautiful, for being loved, for being all of the things that Sean Combs is not.
Okay, got you. All right.
Shout out to I'll Be Sure.
Yeah, shout out to I'll Be Sure.
And shout out to Kim Porter, #Forever My Lady.
Yeah, I love that lady.
Because Al wrote that song for her while she was pregnant with Quincy.
I was wondering always why Puffy never married her when they were dating back in the days. I always thought that she was a beautiful young lady.
What was the point in marrying her? Have you asked Cassie how many girlfriends he had while they was together?
Oh, Cassie, yeah, that's true.
What's the point in getting married when you're double teaming and tag teaming girls? You're flying girls up from Costa Rica and Brazil, don't even know if they legal. I mean, who cares? They can't speak English. He does a lot of stuff on that plane. He does a lot of stuff that resembles human trafficking on that plane. Why would he get married? He doesn't need to.
I got you. Wow. All right. So you're tuning into DJC Radio Global once again.
And paid for.
Bought and paid for. And we are talking to Jaguar Wright, and she's just talking about some industry stuff. And my question was this: what's making you tell the world all of this now? Like, why do you think
I talked to a victim? I talked to a victim.
Okay.
A survivor.
Okay.
She was sexually assaulted by the same artist that I was at one point. She had the same exact story as mine. I never told her anything about it. She didn't even know. What made me sick, though, was the fact that she was able to describe my assault and harassment to the T. She was able to tell me everything that I had been through, and she was 20 years younger than me.
So, what was your relationship or is with R. Kelly?
I ain't never had no relationship with that pedophile.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I have been forced to work around him.
Okay.
I mean, if people want to talk about a relationship with R. Kelly, they should ask K Michelle.
Oh,
See if she's willing to finally break that NDA and give back that money and tell the truth so these girls can have a life.
okay. So K Michelle, and you mentioned NDA. For those of you that don't know, that's a non-disclosure agreement, meaning if you sign this, you can't speak about certain things. What do you mean, K Michelle, NDA, and those girls?
Well, R. Kelly got a tape on her just like he had a tape on Sparkle, just like he got a tape on Aaliyah, just like he had a tape on all of them girls.
Okay. So he had a recruiter, like somebody that would.
Not a recruiter, a recorder. He had a camcorder. He has the videotape.
Yeah. No, I know that part. But did he have a facilitator that would bring him these people?
Of course he did. Of course he does. Of course he always had.
You know, Jack. There's something out that you guys were like work together and you were helping.
Yeah, he worked at Larry Gold's studio. He worked at Larry Gold's studio the same time that I did. I made it very clear to Robert Kelly, if I see you in this city with any of my little cousins, nigga, I'm taking your head off. Matter of fact, I used to make them, when we had to share the A room in Larry Gold's, I used to tell them, you better clean that room before I go in.
Before Rona. Before Rona.
He would listen to me. We needed Rona back then.
Gerald, like, damn
right. So according to you,
R. Kelly would come to Philly. He would do the work. He would send his bodyguards out. How did he know which McDonald's to go to? He wasn't from Philly.
Girls from my high school. He used to pick up girls in Oak Park River Forest. I know Rashonda, and I don't care what people try to say he's innocent. I used to babysit that girl at PTO meeting, and I did not watch that, but they had clips of it, and I said, "That's the little girl I used to babysit."
Wow.
And to this day, he puts money on his books to this day. Oak Park River Forest High School.
All right, guys, I got to say like a little disclaimer real fast. Not saying that you guys are not telling the truth. However, the views and comments expressed here are not those of DJC Radio Global. We are discussing some events, and we have some people here, and that's just that. DJC Radio Global support independent artists 24/7, 365. Miss Wright, I got 2 of your joints, 2 of your new songs. They sound absolutely beautiful. Are they going to be on some upcoming EP, some upcoming album? And how can I do a mixtape? I'm just joking.
You ain't joking.
Well,
I'm just serious. DJ Cisco mixtape, Jaguar Wright.
Cisco is the artist.
Hold on.
Once the videos are done.
Okay.
Then we'll start figuring out exactly how we're going to release. But at this point in time, releasing a song without visual content is stupid because the world has severe ADHD.
Yeah.
Honestly, you have to break the video before you can break the song now.
Yeah, that's how it is now. You're right.
So in the next couple of weeks, we're going to be filming. We were hoping to have filmed in October, but then the soundstage that we were going to use in California got shut down due to COVID.
Yeah. COVID hit the West Coast hard because they thought it was a up north Brooklyn thing, so they didn't take it too serious. And now
if I'm lucky, Clive Davis will go have lunch at the Ivy and somebody cough on him.
Oh Lord, you are so. I love. Got you. All right. So listen.
He need Corona. He need all the Rona. He need the COVID and the 19.
So who owns Whitney Houston's music? Once she's dead, who's getting the money?
The catalog is supposed to be in control of the trust, which the family is supposed to be in control of, but they're not in control of it, and yet and still Clive Davis still has everything to do with it. And now that Whitney is dead, and now that her main heir is dead, and now that the witness to all of the craziness that was going on behind the scenes and all of that is now passed away. Rest in peace, Nick Gordon. I mean, what's Sissy going to do? Fight Clive over it?
Yeah, you're right.
He got dirt on her too.
Mm, 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 mm. Okay.
People don't know. People really don't know. They don't know what he did to Aretha Franklin. They don't know.
Mm, mm. Okay, Jaguar. Let's. Can I call you Jaguar? I'm sorry. It's been a minute. We've been
What
talking.
what,
All right.
what did he actually? I want to know what did he do to Aretha Franklin? You
That'll be
mean
in my
like
book.
Yeah.
okay,
So when is your
okay?
book coming out? And what's the name of your book?
Well, as it stands right now, I haven't come up with an official title.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
right now, I'm just calling it my memoir.
Got you. Got you.
And the whole purpose of me doing this book, everything that I'm putting in this book is what I wanted to say 15 years ago, but I knew they was going to kill me for it.
Got you. Got you. Please don't say that, but got you.
Don't say that.
No.
I can't stand that word and like just that the negativity that comes behind it because no one should have control or to say you should say whatever you feel like saying. Period. That's why. So boy,
I mean, Donald Trump does. Donald Trump says whatever he wants to say, whether it's true or not.
And be triggering people right and left.
Stop the steal. Stop the steal.
Stop the steal. Storm the Capitol. Storm the Capitol.
He's telling everybody. He got his lawyer off Craigslist. He about to lose. I'm telling you.
He got his lawyer off Craigslist. Did you see the lawyer he had before Rudy Giuliani?
Trial by combat.
You know what they're about to do, right?
Craigslist.
No, you know what they're about. No. Listen to me. Let me show you. Let me show you this political spin game real quick. Political spin 101. We done watch Rudy Giuliani smear boogers all over his face on television.
His hair.
Wet soy sauce.
Sweat soy sauce in Beijing. Like, ain't nobody business on TV. He was playing with himself.
Yes.
On the camera.
I know, and nothing happened. I can't believe that shit.
Wait a minute. He did his press conference at the Four Seasons Motor Lodge. I know that Motor Lodge.
Wow.
It's where all the pimps and hoes work up Roosevelt Boulevard in Philly.
Damn.
How you didn't know they put you at the hostro? Like the Secret Service literally escorted you here and left you here, and you don't know you fired. And then a month later you got corona. You got corona, and your homeboy talking about we're gonna push on without you.
Oh my God.
Come on, wait a second. And if that's not bad enough, his other boy, Chris Christie, he got 2 beds, 2 ventilators, everything that COVID like to eat, like Dave Chappelle say.
Exactly.
What happened to his magic serum? Like, he ain't even hooking his own friends up. Like, when I started seeing it, I just instantly thought about TLC. What about your friends? Are they gonna let you down? Are they gonna be around?
Now listen, I'm about to ask you a question that you probably was never was never asked before in any interview. Now, you talk about certain people in the industry doing certain things, their lifestyles, their like alleged stuff. Is there anybody in the industry that you respect that is not a fucking creep?
I can give you a list.
Okay.
Give us a list. I want to hear a list of somebody that's good.
Give me 2 or 3.
Number one, Terry Lynn Carrington.
Mm-hmm.
Who?
Probably the most underrated and the most used drummer and musical director in all of the business. She's the one that built Beyonce's all-girl band.
What? Round of applause for her.
Nobody knows that she was also the original and only female drummer of the Arsenio Hall show.
Ooh, okay, I know her.
My friend Terry Lynn Carrington, who is, one of the directors of the Berklee School of Music in Boston.
Shout out to the Mosaic.
Shout out to Mosaic Project, Love and Soul, and all of my Mosaic Project girls, Ingrid and Tia and my baby girl, that trumpet chick, Arnetta Johnson. And I mean, I could tell you about a million people I think are awesome. Unfortunately, you don't know them.
That's what I was gonna say. Oh my gosh. Is it anybody
The people
that we know?
The people that don't have fame have the name.
Wow.
The people that don't have the fame have the name.
Oh man.
This is how it works. They take the brilliant ones and they let them live long enough till they can try to find a way to find someone to emulate their style and their sound, and then they go and get a Milli Vanilli act.
Right. Great lip sync.
And guess what? They can control them because they ain't got no talent, see? So they're gonna do whatever they gotta do.
Sounds like the Super Bowl halftime show.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
Who said that, Gerald?
Big shout to the weekend.
Gerald, what? I thought you was in this interview too. Holla at us.
I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Nobody want to talk about that remake of Us at halftime.
Like if you ran out of ideas for the halftime show, you should have hired a choreographer.
Yo.
Just because you spent $7 million trying to remake.
You should have spent that $7 million learning some dance moves, cuz.
Damn.
That
$7 million.
That half of Michael Jackson step. I'm just glad he ain't try to moonwalk.
Yo.
Because that could have turned into a whole Miguel moment.
Oh, what? Hitting somebody in the face with his boot?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Like, what was up with the mirrors? What was up with the mirrors? I was like, yo, y'all didn't realize that was
us.
The movie Us, Jordan Peele.
Now, mind you, he said, this is going to be the greatest statement of my life, and this is going to sum up my journey. Us. Tethered people who eat rabbits in basements.
I'm just trying to figure out what cost $7 million. What was all that money for? Like what?
The plastic surgery?
Was
that real?
And them lights from Iron Man and the diaper mask.
Let me tell you something. Those pyros, all of that pyro and stuff, I can tell you right now, they spend at least $2.5 million on it.
Oh.
You want to know what it would have been interesting? Since he don't really know how to dance, and since he's really not all that entertaining, if he had just did a nice little quiet set virtually and brought the world in, and then took that $7 million and then bought it and spent it on people who are in need for food, or people or areas who are in need for masks, the healthcare workers, something. There was a lot more you could have done with $7 million than pump fake on Jordan Peele and pump fake on Jordan Peele and do it badly. Like, come on.
Jordan.
Come on.
You guys, did he really? I just want to know, because I need to know. Is that real?
It all looked like us. It all looked like us.
Is that plastic surgery though? Did he do plastic surgery? Did he do plastic surgery?
I have no idea, but I would not be surprised.
Yeah, because he had band-aids. He had bandages on, and people were like, yo, what he's doing? And then they said it was for like a movie.
Because it was because of a DUI. Someone got killed that he knew in a DUI. But then he took the bandages off and his face looked like the cat lady.
Exactly. Like he just left his feet. So I think he really did.
All I'm going to say is all these dudes out here getting lipo, getting cheek implants, doing all of that. All these dudes out here
chunky. He was chunky before. He did get lipo, like Kanye was screaming on the TMZ last year, 2 years ago. I got lipo, opioids, and all this crazy shit. Oh. Man, the industry seems to. Jaguar, I wanted to ask you this too. Do you feel like
I don't even know why he would do that though? Not after the way his mother passed away.
Oh yeah,
his mom passed away getting lipo.
I don't know. Yeah. What would make you think to do something like that? Right. I thought the same thing when he ranted and screamed like that. Like, I feel sorry for him. I grew up around Kanye and his producers and stuff. Like, it's just he's on a whole nother level. Those Kardashians really put him on another level, whether good or bad. I just put it that way. I like to stay politically correct. Okay.
Always.
There's nothing wrong with it. I don't need the industry. I'm not trying to be a part of the industry. Like they said, they blackballed me years ago. Okay, well you can't blackball me more than I've already been blackballed. So then that means I just get to bust you up for fun.
Exactly. Exactly.
I came in
My
like
dog
a
is the Chihuahua's barking again when you said that.
Now listen.
Peekaboo.
In conclusion, because I don't want to have you on for too long. What do you want the world to know? Like about you and about the industry, and just some word of advice to.
If you want to know about me, ask my husband.
Okay.
Let's ask. Gerald, please come forward.
Please come forward. Tell us.
Yeah, one more time because you kind of broke up and froze up.
Okay, I was asking Miss Wright, in conclusion, tell us what she wants the world to know about her, and does she have any advice for indie artists coming into the industry?
All I gotta say is wait and see.
We can do a roll call on names to look for.
Oh, you look out for Rakim Al-Jabbar. Look out for QP. Look out for Raya. Look out for K-Riz out of Canada. Let's see.
Out of Edmonton, Canada.
Edmonton, Canada, for sure.
Okay.
And look out for Imani Rose.
Imani Rose.
Because Imani Rose is nowhere near done.
No.
And I don't care what it's going to take. I'm going to get people to see that she's a lot more than a ghostwriter for Beyonce.
Okay. So when you guys just said look out, you meant like support them.
Shots fired. I said it out loud. So what?
Okay.
Shots fired.
She's a ghostwriter for Beyonce. The last one.
She was until she was.
We're getting some exclusive things here, Cisco. Are you typing this down?
Hey, this is being recorded. What do you mean typing this down? Yeah.
I'm joking.
Listen,
it's
I know.
I'm so serious with my delivery. People be thinking I'm serious.
I know. I'm like, what you talking about? I knew the Johnsons. I knew the Johnsons were gonna come.
I got my mind in control, man.
Got you, baby. I knew the Johnsons were gonna come.
I'm going to let my husband finish.
So
if you want to know about me, ask him.
Okay. So
what did you tell him, baby? What did you tell the world?
About you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're coming up on the hour.
Oh, man.
I want to end the show. So tell us about Jaguar Wright.
Totally serious.
Jaguar Wright is an exceptional human being. She's loving, compassionate, and caring. Folks got it twisted when they hear her talk. They got to understand the truth comes out hard. What they say, truth hurts, don't it? So, hey.
But she'll set you free.
Plus that, so you got to listen to it. You got to put your mind to it. You got to do your own research. Hey, my wife, Jaguar Wright, like I said again, she's exceptional, outstanding, gift from God, and I'm glad she's mine.
That's what's up. Round of applause. And she is.
Hey.
Go ahead. Sorry to cut you off. Go ahead, brother.
No problem. And we got to say it in Texas, and we got a flag too, called "Come and Take It." Come and try to take it. I feel sorry for you.
Got you.
There's gonna be a lot of barbecues.
Our agenda is very simple. We have come here to provide a safe place for people to come who don't know where to go when trouble comes to them and they didn't ask for it.
Right.
We're here to make sure that the record books are accurate.
Right.
There are too many lies. Too many people have been robbed. Too many people have been stolen from, and all of the wrong people are being given credit for things that they never should have had credit for.
Right.
We're here so that people like Jen can get on our platforms. You know, Jen, Surviving the Petties, Jen.
Mm-hmm.
Kenneth Petty's victim, Nicki Minaj's husband. Hashtag Surviving the Petties. We're here for her. We're here for Adrielle Cleary.
We're here for the survivors. We're here for the people, men, women, boys, and girls who are looking for that light. This world is too dark out here, y'all. COVID brain got them going insane.
Indeed.
We got to stick together. We got to be that village to raise these children, to get these youths in line so they can raise the next generation after that. See, once we get that done, hey, Let's be peaceful. Let's share our crops. It's time to go back to the old days.
Caring for each other.
Caring and sharing.
Caring about the communities that we build and the products of those communities that we send out into the world. You got some little nigga running around with a pink diamond stuck in his head telling everybody it's 24 million. What do you think gonna happen when the stimulus checks stop coming? Somebody gonna cut it. Somebody gonna come for that diamond.
That's exactly what I said. He gonna get robbed, get his head cut off.
Robbed? His life is gonna be taken.
Look, I'm not gonna lie. When I saw it, I thought about it. I ain't gonna lie.
Y'all don't remember what happened in the movie? Thanos came and plucked it out of his head. Like, yo.
It's something wrong. It's the lean, the Xanax.
It's insane.
It's the mumbling.
My question is this.
It's something.
You ain't got $24 million. Where'd you get that money from?
Where you get 20?
And how'd you get that put in your head, bro?
Exactly.
The surgery had to cost. The surgery had to be at minimum at least $350,000.
Why you didn't put the $24 million into your community, fam?
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why, guys.
ODB said it best. What do you intend to give back to your community?
Nothing.
Guys, it's a ritual. That is a ritual.
On MTV TRL.
That is a ritual. That is
and Maya.
That has meaning.
Maya and Wyclef or Praz. One of them, and ODB's my brother from another mother. So let's keep the conversation light about him. But
he told him. He's just crazy as hell.
Dirty told the truth. Russell Jones told the damn truth. What do you want to give back to your community? Nothing. But what he did do was pick up trash up and down Brooklyn. I seen him do it. He would go, and if a dude drink or smoke, okay, it's real facts. It's been out there. That's why they put the food stamp right there on Putnam and Brooklyn. Because he used to hang out at that liquor store there, clean up around a liquor store, and whatever drug addict or alcoholic would come in there, would buy your ass a drink, would buy you whatever, weed or
but that's
whatever.
Giving back to the community.
Yeah, that is. That's giving back.
I mean, but like,
so
you got $24 million, why don't you open up a food bank, yo?
Yeah.
Open up a food bank.
What he meant by nothing is what the rappers were doing was nothing back for their community. He wasn't speaking for himself. He was almost being like the face of the bullshit. So,
well, I mean, the thing is,
but he was saying here it is. I'm a drug addict, but I'm doing all this from my community. Alleged. It's not even alleged. Dirty did drugs, and he made sure people, if they was around
him, and do drugs. They make sure they do drugs.
Yeah,
it's easier to discredit a drug addict than it is a health nut.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When someone's on their business, they're not drinking.
He kept it a bean, and at the end of the day, that's why people loved him, because he kept it a bean. So tell me something. When did it go from keeping it real, being popular, to being a liar and being a fraud, becoming popular? When did it get so cool to pump fake on somebody else's life and front it off for your own?
Money.
Yeah, but a lot of them ain't even got that kind of money. And like I said before,
it's deeper. Jag is definitely deeper than we're speaking on. Or I think that then I don't know.
Money, hoes, and clothes. All a nigga know.
It's just It's once he spoke up and once he exposed the reality of things, that's when he started to get attacked. That's when he went to jail. That's when they stuck him with all kinds of drugs. And by the time I seen Osiris, Dirty, but Baby Jesus, whatever y'all want to call him, when I seen Mr. Jones when he got out, we was on stage, I believe, Nokia Theater in LA. I danced with him. New York, I danced with him. And I just cried because it was a new person, not the same person. Then they pawned him in so many ways.
Do you see the way they did DMX? Did you see the way they did Pimp C?
Yo.
Yeah.
There is an epidemic of real ones being cut out of the history of hip hop.
Yeah.
Got you.
But that's for another show.
Yeah, definitely. And guys, speaking of that,
Yes,
we must
Gerald.
end the show. We are going past the hour mark. We want to thank the Johnsons so much for being on the show. You guys were very informative. And like I said, when you drop that music,
Oh, we got shout out.
Oh, go ahead, do some shout outs. Go ahead.
You want to start?
Go ahead, man.
Shout out to the Jaguar Wright fan club.
Woo, woo.
Shout out to WCW Meeting USA.
Woo, woo.
Shout out to the King's Council, which will be coming soon, which is my husband's support group
Woo,
for men.
woo.
Nice.
And shout out to every survivor that we stand for. Shout out to Azriel Clary. Shout out to Jen, aka I Belong to Me, victim of Kenneth Petty. Shout out to every woman, every boy, every child, every man that's ever been
Every human being
victimized for $1 and a picture or a chain. Shout out to all of y'all who made these people famous.
Ooh.
Shout out to the first responders. Thank you. Stay safe.
100.
All right. So you guys stay safe. Thank you once again. We love you guys. This is your home. This is your platform. Anytime you want to come on, just hit us up and we got your back. All right.
Whatever.
Can I say something to y'all?
Sure.
Thank you for being brave enough to even want to do this. Charlemagne wouldn't touch it.
Wow.
No, thank you for that. Thank you for that trophy. I will take my air trophy right now.
Exactly. It's all good. We are just a vessel, and we're just a platform for people to speak their mind. That's it. So
that's it.
No one's scared
Isn't
here.
it nice to be a
Everybody
self-made man who doesn't have to?
share.
Look, we're all self-made people here. We're not beholden to someone else's pocketbook.
Exactly. People.
None of us are going to be homeless tomorrow because we had this conversation.
Exactly.
I can think of a couple people that would be.
Ooh. Okay. On that
I
note,
wonder how Mary J. Blige's new place is doing.
On that note,
she was homeless living with that white man in England before Power. Isn't it great to have a friend like Puff Daddy?
got you. All right. We had Jaguar Wright and Gerald on the show, and they are the Johnsons. And we're going to get up on out of here. DJC Radio Global, the number one indie artist support network in the world.
Polygraph. I'm taking them polygraphs. Polygraph.
Wait, I want us to go live. Well, I was listening to you singing.
I know, you sound good. I was like, ooh, there's that voice.
Listen, I was into it. I was about to start breaking down some choreography. You feel me? But I want us to go live when you do that. You, me, Cisco, and Savoy. That sounds like a rap song. Cisco, Savoy, and Jordon.
Everybody's welcome. Anybody who wants to live broadcast me taking my polygraphs this year, please come.
Let's do it.
So
I'm ready.
We welcome you to be there.
Ready.
I want everybody to see those results.
Say no more.
It's going to be better than the movie.
Boom, boom.
And in the case of the little baby, you said,
Boom, boom. Ice-T come with his good one-liner. Yeah, you the perk.
Oh my gosh. All right, guys. Good night. Be safe.
I like him better when his name had sense in it.
Thank you, Jaguar. Thank you guys so much for your time. We appreciate it.
Yes. We'll talk to you
Thank you,
soon.
Joe.
Peace, love, and light. Peace, love.